Hi guys, welcome back. Today we have kind of a longer rank match. Yeah, it's kind of like 12 minutes, but you will see why it will be like a back and forth game between the last three survivors and me for the last like three ciphers. The first elimination was kind of simple, but forward made it harder to follow up with the other eliminations. But we have a lovely DM and a B accessory because yes, it was from the time when my ping was just so terrible that anytime I used any higher tier accessory, it would just turn out to be terribly lagging, whatever. So yeah, this is what I kind of ended up doing. Anyways, a little fun fact for you guys. So I'm not sure what this forward skin is called at all, actually, but I know it's like a newer one. It's an 8 year, if I'm correct, and it's actually like the crown he's wearing. It's the Hungarian holy crown. So you can just Google Hungarian crown, and that's basically the crown. But like we have a little cross at the top. That's the only difference. So it's basically, I think, was designed after that one. So yeah, a little fun fact for you guys. And yeah, you can see me do like my early game as I always do it. And yeah, it's basically not going that terribly because if you consider this is like a larger map and I do have two people shared, so that's kind of a good goal. But if you look at the ciphers though, like you see there are only three ciphers left as like first photo word, so it's a bit crazy if you consider it. But luckily the forward was here, so I can like instantly cheer someone, and in the end I did manage to hit the priestess's mirror, so technically I had three people injured. One bad thing though is the journalist, who is the secondary rescuer, or like I don't even know if forward would have taken the first rescue. Regardless, she was very near, like in the area, so that didn't really make it any better for me because like you kind of prefer the rescuer to come from further away, so you have kind of like more time to, I don't know, take a picture, camp, whatever. So here it was just kind of very straightforward, and yeah, that's why, like, overall, like the first photo word, like the three people injured wasn't bad, but the early game as a whole was. But another topic, I think one of you asked for my persona build recently, and as sadly I do not have right now the picture of the person itself, I can just kind of describe it to you. But if you just go to the playlist like called Joseph Academy on my channel, you will find a video dedicated to how to build and design your very own um persona build. And yeah, I kind of just tell you what you need to look out for and how you should build your own very own persona, because as I really describe in that video, it's very, like, it's much better to have a unique designed persona build based on your needs and your own like playstyle and whatever, than just going to the leaderboards and picking out like the first or second or whatever top 10 person whose persona build is like available to see, and then you just copy that. So sometimes it does work, and of course there are some details only that could help you, but I found that it's much better to just design your own, because some people might not meet as many stunners, or some people might have trump card, which is like you can take excitement with that, or yeah, like that those things change a lot. So that's why you kind of just have to pay attention to which way would it be better for you and the players you meet more often, the characters you find it harder to go against and stuff. So yeah, but regardless, bottom line is basically that what I use currently is I only have detention from the four big like main talents. I don't have trump card, I don't have like, I don't even know, the window block thing or the insolence, I think that's the fourth one. So yeah, I don't have any of those. I only take detention, and I put the other little persona points. Excuse me, I don't really know the names currently, like what the names are of the little talents called, but I can describe what they do to you. So basically, I usually put two per three, like 2 out of 3 for pellet breaking speed, then 2 out of 3 for the attack recovery when someone is chair. They are like these three are like all together up there next to like the main talent which is up there. So basically, yeah, I take 2 out of 3 on all, and the third one out of these where I take 2 out of 3 is like the stun, like when you're stunned you recover faster. Basically that's the third one. So yeah, technically these are the talents I kind of just don't like max out but still have some, and these are also the 3 talents that I kind of just play with, when I need something. So like, let's say there are like 3 stunners in the team, then I usually take off either pellets breaking speed or the attack recovery after saving, or like when someone is on chair. Like I take some out of those and put it into maybe like where you are stunned 3 times in a row, then you get like less, like you recover faster or whatever. So like, yeah, I kind of just juggle around with these 3, and the other ones are kind of fixed. So what are fixed, one of them is the when you walk with someone survivor ballooned up there, then you get like, I think, a walking speed boost or something. That's something I have. Then I do have the cipher blocking one, where in the beginning of the match, the first 60 seconds if I'm not mistaken, there the cipher that's furthest from you as the hunter will be blocked for the survivors. And I find this very useful because I can say like a 99% out of the matches, I think some, or like at least 1 or 2 survivors spawn near the furthest cipher from me. So that means they cannot decode as soon as they want to, especially with JoJo, like it's very important to just slow down decoding as much as possible. Of course, it's very important with other hunters too, but yeah, that's what I do. I really like that newer trait. I think it's like a newer addition to the persona tree. So yeah, I do have that. And of course there is this trait which is like reduces the knockback and slowdown effect from survivors. This is mainly, I believe, against antiquarian and better, and maybe little girl, maybe Norton as well, like prospector, or maybe even professor. I'm not sure, but yeah, like if these, like a combination of these are like these survivors are in the team that I'm playing against, I usually take out a few from, like, let's say pellet breaking speed or whatever, and put it back into this like knockback speed reduction, whatever. Like, you will find it with that tree, like it's top left. I feel like it's top left or like on the side somewhere on the persona tree. So yeah, basically that's my build. Currently still I'm using this, and it's very important to just pay attention to the team and really just consider your chances, because let's say a team full of decoders will not need many like stun resistance and stuff. So yeah, you just have to pay attention like what each team needs. Of course you can kind of modify it based on the map. Like some people like to take the window blocking thing for certain maps, and I know some people really like it on JoJo, or they really like trump card on JoJo, but I just feel like it, like, you cannot really utilize it every time, considering if you, let's say, pick blink as a first trait. Like, look at that cooldown, it's like more than 2 minutes, or around 2 minutes I believe, and then basically you use blink twice and then you have to change instantly for teleport, but it's only will be like 6 minutes around where you will have teleport up, or even 7 minutes, and that's kind of like the length of a match. So I don't feel like it's necessarily worth it every time. That's why I'm like more into detention, because that's something at least that you can count on every time. So yeah, of course, still saying that you should focus and decide your own build based on your own preferences, your own playstyle, your own, like, the teams, the characters you face the most, because yeah, like, some people can find it harder to go against certain characters than others. Let's say someone finds playing against, I don't know, prisoners or decoders in general easier than playing against, like, I don't know, fighter characters or something like that. So yeah, it really depends on the person, really depends on like what other hunters you play beside JoJo, because depending on if JoJo was your first hunter or not, you might have a completely different view on the game, or at least like on the whole playstyle as a hunter. So you might just view the whole situation in a different light than everyone else, based on like who you played first before Jojo, or if Jojo was the one you played first in this game. So yeah, it's really important to just actually give a read to all those personas and traits and whatever, and decide which is the one that really is going to help your game. So like, don't put in a trait, or don't pick a persona trait just because a lot of people say like that's very important if you don't find yourself benefiting from it at all. So there is one trait like this actually that I started using, I think like 1 or 2 years ago, and I believe it's called No Survivors, like the trait itself, and it will actually give you a little pop-up sign next to where tinnitus is, like up there in the left corner. So there you can see a little sign where, you're like, let's say, around a survivor, but one survivor is nearby downed. So that can be very helpful for JoJo mains, especially when some survivors go near each other for a heal after first photo word. So that's something I find really useful, and I actually notice in my matches that it helps me. So I believe this is a great way for you to test out some little persona traits by, you can just try using one or two in a match and see if you ended up using them or not. You can of course do this in rank or even quick match, doesn't really matter. The point is you should just notice if it really helps you or not, because yeah, we shouldn't just blindly trust whatever some players say that should be the best for us, when sometimes it can be a little bit different, or maybe even very, very different. So yeah, I hope I could help you guys with this little, I don't even know, persona tree training. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this match. See you in the next one. Bye bye.